What's up? This is a crate dig video for the things I picked up in the months of June and July. It's early August right now. I didn't make one at the end of June because I really didn't pick up too much. So as you can see, there's only 4 crates worth, a lot of restock stuff again. But I did get some really good stuff, including a couple things that kind of were really expensive. So as a result, I didn't buy too much quantity. A couple records in here were about 150 bucks. Plenty of other expensive ones, but as usual, I've stood up all these that are worth talking about, so let's get to that. Actually, first off, one item of interest is I'm actually going to be the subject of a Discogs community documentary video. So what that means is they're basically doing profiles on significant users and sellers on Discogs. I met Jason from Discogs at the Beat Swap Meet, and he later approached me through Discogs about possibly being the subject of a short, I guess, documentary, mini documentary on me and my record collection and my background, I guess, on why I started collecting. Either, I'm guessing it's because I'm pretty young for doing this kind of stuff. I'm only 23. And I guess compared to most of the other sellers and record collectors, I'm unique, I guess, for being young. So that's possibly why they approached me. I'm actually shooting that video this upcoming weekend. Going to be taking a partial footage here at my place, and also at a storage unit that I have access to thanks to Sebastian at Touch Vinyl, which is a store on the west side of LA here. It's a nice storage unit that I've been able to dig at, featuring thousands of hip-hop records. That used to belong to a DJ called Hideo, who passed away a few years ago. But yeah, so keep a lookout for that video. I'm sure I'll probably link to it on my channel at some point once that's up. But yeah, shooting that this weekend, so looking forward to that, and having some better cinematography as well. Supposedly we'll have a couple different cameras as well as the lighting crew. So pretty excited for that, but let's get back to the records for this month. So these are from June. This one here is a Black Flag, Everything Went Black. This is a collection of material from them. My record collection doesn't have too much punk in it, but Black Flag has always been a group that I've enjoyed. I've always listened to Henry Rollins growing up in the Rollins band and things like that, so found that compilation for a couple dollars, I think. This one is this is a test pressing of a Warner Brothers compilation, I believe, but I stood this up simply because of the this artwork here, which is, this is not the official artwork. This is handmade by whoever owned this before. So it's a lot of kind of odd stuff. Not really sure what inspired them to do this, but this was once a plain sleeve. So this is just kind of an example of some of the stuff that you'll find when you go out digging. I got this for $1. Just worth it for the novelty of whoever made this by hand before, wrote all these odd phrases on it, so that was pretty cool. And again, a lot of stuff is not really worth talking about. A lot of resale material. Legion of Doom. This is a nice random rap piece from, I think, the late 80s or early 90s. Found this for 50 cents when cleaning out Amoeba. Nice one there. Again, a bunch of 12 inches, nothing too special. Here is the Annexx Click release on 626 Records, the reissue of a bunch of their 12-inch stuff. Thanks to Ivan from Lost Records for hooking me up with this, as well as this S.C.U. Harm City test pressing. Supposedly only 4 of these exist, of these test pressings. Again, Ivan from Lost Records. It's a new label that he formed, similar to, you know, Dope Folks, Chopped Herring, doing his part to dig deep, reissue hard to find 12 inches and release previously unheard material. So check out Lost Records. I think the website is lost-records.com. Definitely looking forward to some good stuff from that. Thanks to Ivan from there for hooking me up with this. A few 7-inch stuff, and then all this group back here is worth talking about. So we have K-Boss, Take No Prisoners. I kind of just like this cover. The private press, not too rare, but still good, early 90s. There's a group called Bags, Dances with Wolves, Harlem Playas, and Full Moon. First found out about this through one of OG Don Ninja's mixes. Had it on my want list for a while, never had a copy up for sale, and when it finally did, I grabbed it. Probably about 50 bucks for that. Nice find. This is iPower 93. Shout out to Toby. His channel is Indie Vinyls on YouTube. He reached out to me through Discogs about doing a trade for another record I had, and this is the one I chose to get from him. So glad for that. Actually was gonna bid on this a while ago, but I clicked off the tab and missed the auction. So I have the other iPower reissues, but this is the one I didn't have, so thanks to Toby for that. This is probably the record I'm most proud of this month. This is the Lightmen +1, or Bubba Thomas and the Lightmen +1. One of their early LPs. This is some very rare private press jazz. A little bit funky, kind of spiritual. Anything in their discography, the Lightmen, is very rare, very sought after. This LP, normally I wouldn't pay a lot, but I kind of splurged on this one because it's signed by all the members of the group. There's Bubba Thomas right there, all these other musicians. So generally when something is signed, I'll shell out more for it, and given that this album is really, really rare in itself, to have this plus the signatures in pretty decent condition is definitely worth the money to me. I did drop about 150, but historically this album has sold for a lot more, so to get it plus the signatures was a real nice find. Real proud of that one. This is the record you're currently hearing in the background, one I've been after for a long time. Citizen Kane out of Toronto, the Epic EP. One I also jumped on after seeing it on Discogs for real cheap. The second track is Elements of Mind. You're hearing that right now. Real nice stuff. Basically anything these guys put out was real good, and this is probably either their first or second most hardest to come by. So very rarely comes up, had to grab it. Again, shout out a little bit of money for that, but worth it considering how long I've wanted it. And then this is getting into July stuff now. A couple of things off eBay, Ground Floor, 1, 2, and Dig on That. Produced by Lord Finesse, at least that side is. Nice stuff. Taerism, another one from OGD's mixes. Seeing is believing. Not too expensive for this one. Got that on eBay. And here's probably the other one I'm most proud of this month. Mr. Magic, 2001 Kazoos. Anything by Mr. Magic, I've talked about him in some of my previous videos. Anything that he put out is very, very, very rare. This is from the early 80s, independent disco rap, kind of, out of Connecticut. So one of the releases he put out is called Mr. Magic's Bebop Convention. Is, I think, it's definitely in the top 3, forget which one exactly, but top 3 most valuable records in the world, hip-hop records in the world. This one itself, generally anything that he puts out is going to go for hundreds of dollars. This popped up, I think it's in like VG condition, popped up on Discogs one day, knew I would never see it that cheap again. It's about 150, had to snatch it up, so very, very rare stuff. One of the crown jewels of my hip-hop collection now, definitely. Next, we have Black Anger, 206 mixtapes. This is out of Seattle, not too rare, but very nice stuff. This is obviously a very well-known EPMD, Strictly Business. Wanted to stand this up because I found this for only $1. Never had it on vinyl yet, so there's my copy. Invasion of the Mic Snatchers. Mentioned this in one of my past videos too. I got a better copy of that for 20 bucks before. This one I found for $2, so still haven't gotten around to listening to it, so can't tell that much about it, but from what I remember from the preview, it's real nice. Another Amoeba pull. This one is sealed for 8 bucks. The FunxSouljaz. This is gangster rap, not really my style, but this is very, very rare. Again, I don't know why they priced it at 8 bucks. This is sold, you know, upwards of 100 plus Discogs and eBay, so I might end up selling this because it's not really that great in my opinion, but still a notable find. Percee P, the Rhyme Inspector, nowhere near simple. Another copy of that I might have talked about in the past video. Twisted Angles, Boston Public Streets. Nice random rap. Another copy here of Collab Series number 3. This is my 3rd copy I found of this. Definitely rare. Sold off another one on eBay for around 70 bucks to Deer Hunter, who is a contributor to the OGD channel. He bought one of these off of me. Next is Ivan, who I mentioned earlier, hooked me up with those 66 records. This is his label, Lost Records, Poetic Souls, limited edition reissue of this Poetic Souls 12-inch, Too Much TV, and 31 flavors. So this is his first release on this label, Lost Records. Definitely looking forward to some good stuff in the future from him. And this is one of the 31 colored vinyl pressings. Most of them are black, but a few of them are colored, so I got lucky enough to get one of those. So I believe these are still in stock, but probably not many left, so go and grab that. This is a real dope 12-inch. LostRecords.com. This month's Chopped Herring grab, the Bounty Hunters EP. Very, very 12-inch, but has some unreleased stuff on here. Had to pick that up. Nice stuff from Chopped Herring. Next, Hollywood Sale. A lot of random soul and jazz LPs. Nothing worth more than probably 10 bucks in there, except for this Big Black Lion Walk. Some like Afro beat stuff, kind of. That was a good one. A couple 45s. Jimmy Delphs, who's a soul singer. Eastbound Records, a label I'm collecting. That was a good one. Another one I've been after for a while, the OJs, No Time For You. This is a song originally by the Commands. Just a really, really nice soul song from the mid-60s. I just got my copy of the Commands version maybe 2 months ago. And this OJ's version is an equally good cover that I've been after, so finally managed a copy of that off eBay. That was real good. This group here, Omniscience, who's a pretty well-known underground artist, has a couple, or actually one 12-inch, the Funky One-Liner. Very, very rare, very sought after. He's recently put out some new material, Sharp Objects EP, with the producer Debonair P out of Australia, who also works on 626 Records. This is some real nice stuff. I'm really into Debonair P's production. It's very bass heavy, but it's also very melodic. So definitely check out his stuff if you can. Definitely worth it. Actually, this copy was warped when I got it, unfortunately, but the guys that are Debonair himself, actually, his name's Henry. I contacted him about it, and they're sending me another copy of this. So thanks to them for being for working with me on getting the warped copy replaced. Another very, very rare highlight of something I picked up this month, Hilton Felton, A Man for All Reasons. This is a nice jazz LP. One of the songs on here has a real funky drum break at the beginning. This album is very, very rare. Traditionally sells in the hundreds. This is kind of a beat up copy. but still in very playable shape. Was able to grab that for around 25. So that was a real nice highlight for this month. Blaster, Off Balance, finally got a copy of this 12-inch thanks to a online Facebook random rap trade group. So I got this off of there for a real nice price. 7 Life, for what it's worth, Everyday Struggle, out of Canada, early 2000s, but real nice stuff. Another one I got from OGD's Mixes. And the last few here, this is an artist called The Ambassador. I just picked these up the other day. This is some Christian hip-hop actually, but it's from the late 90s. The beats are real hard on here, so definitely we'll be uploading stuff from that. A group called Grits, Mental Releases. Not too rare, but from 95. Still an independent release. Nice stuff. Only $1 at Amoeba. This is a group called If. It's a jazz rock group. I remember Godfather Don talking about this group and having some snare or something that this group used, which he used in his production. So I remembered it from that, and this is their first LP. Grabbed that for about $10 at Amoeba also. And 12 Jewels. Nice indie rap, 97, Foolish Mentality. And a couple here from Touch Vinyl, which I mentioned earlier. Picked these up just yesterday actually. Dred Scott Back in the Day remixes, test pressing. I think this is a test pressing only release. Only one instance sold on eBay, or I saw it on PopPsych for about $90. So I was able to pull this for $2 out of Touch Vinyl. Real nice stuff. Dred Scott, definitely very solid artist and all his stuff he did. Fat Joe, Shit Is Real. Didn't have that 12-inch, classic there. Wu-Tang Method Man remixes. I think this is a promo only release. That's pretty hard to come by. And last thing here is this DJ Hideo, who Touch Vinyl has the rights, or they basically own his collection, and go back every now and then to pull stuff. He has a lot of signed material. I've pulled out something signed by Dr. Dre from his collection. This was in the store, and it actually had a picture of signed press photo for this group Various Blends, who I have some 12 inches from. So that was a cool find, cool little memorabilia. And again, going back to that collection this weekend as part of my Discogs documentary video shoot. So looking forward to that video, having a little bit of higher production value, with me talking about my experiences buying records and kind of my upbringing and how I got into buying records and the stuff I'm interested in and whatnot, why Discogs is important to me. So shooting that this weekend. Probably will get that edited not too long after that, and we'll get that linked on my channel hopefully if I can. And yeah, that's about it for this month. Not anticipating buying too many more in the month of August, because those $150 records kind of depleted my bank account, so I'm kind of running on credit cards right now, unfortunately. And actually we'll probably end up selling some records over the next couple weeks just to get my bank account back on track, because I've been buying these really rare ones, so I might get rid of some of my mid-range LPs on eBay. But yeah, so that's about it. Thanks for watching as usual, and look forward to more music uploads and next month's Crate Dig video. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.